Hey guys, it's CognitivePit and I'm bringing you another fantastic game of Starcraft 2. This time it's between the red Zerg Judgements and the blue Terran Mitch. Now Mitch is a returning player in my cast because none of you guys are sending me any games. You guys should get on top of that. Anyway, I'm not going to speed through this beginning part, mainly because it's short enough that I don't have to. So any game that's pretty much under like 22 minutes that I don't really have to speed through. So yeah, we get to watch the entire game, which is always very enjoyable. So to start it out, Judgements is sending his Overlord up to the top, which is a very normal. There's no reason to scout cross positions first because Overlords are so slow. Mitch is getting out his supply depot. Very, very normal. Nothing too weird going on quite yet. As we can see, there is an Overlord going to pop out for Judgements. He ends up doing the extractor trick. And yeah, pretty much only normal stuff. So I guess I'll take this time to apologize if there's any background noise. Just because I am at college right now and I have to keep it down just a little bit, although I am not being that quiet. Anyway, here we can see Mitch. He's actually going to send out his scout to the same place that Judgements is sending his scout. And he's sending another SCV to build the barracks. So pretty normal stuff here. He's just got to make sure there's no weird pool going down right now. But he's actually not scouting the right place first because, of course, they're across leagues. And now they're asking each other what league they're in. And here's a pretty early gas going down, which is actually somewhat normal. He'll be getting some speedlings up. This spawning pool is going out at 13. So it's not too early of a pool, not too late. The early lings aren't going to really do anything against the Terran because the Terran will just wall in. And yeah, nothing is really going to be happening with that. So these early lings that are actually not coming won't really do anything, which is why he's not massing any lings, because it won't really help. Now, Mitch has finally gotten over to Judgment spawn, and that is good for him. He can see that the pool is actually late, so nothing too wonky is going to be going down. Judgments is down here, ready to take an expansion. And Mitch should be checking that. He checks it, he sees the drone, and there he goes. He just leaves because he knows exactly what's going to be happening. There's going to be an expansion, and there goes down the expansion. And Mitch is like, I'm awful against Zerg. I don't know what to do now. They expanded, and I don't have an expansion. Is probably what he's thinking. So they're just telling each other, like, doesn't matter what league you're in, you're just playing. So yeah, always abide by that. If someone's in a higher league than you, who cares? You should be able to beat them, no problem. Just keep working on your strategies and stuff, and you'll be up in their league in no time anyway. So, carrying on, Judgment is a little supply blocked. It looks like he did another extractor trick. But still getting this expansion down. Mitch is actually making a few Marines, which is very normal. So, yeah, there's a full wall here. No Zerglings are going to be able to get in. And there are only 2 Zerglings on the field right now. And there's the cancel on the expand. That is very interesting. I'm not quite sure why that cancel went down. 6 more lings are coming on the way, but he still has enough to keep the expansion down. So that's very, very strange to see a Zerg put down this expansion. That's a very weird move. I'm not so sure that Mick is going to be ready for it because he did see the expansion. Oh, well, he didn't actually see the expansion. He saw the drone. But Mitch definitely thinks that there was an expansion. Here comes the 2 lings just running up, seeing what they can do. Mitch is unable to pick off one of them, so it wouldn't have really mattered that much had he anyway. But what Mitch doesn't know is that there's a few more lings coming in, and the Baneling's nest that has been building for quite some time is going down. The Banelings are going to be going down at the same time Speed will be finishing. And that could be quite an issue for Mitch, because Mitch believes that the Zerg actually fast expanded, which would be very common for a Zerg to do, but he is actually getting a few units and might be doing a Baneling bust very, very soon. Mitch actually has no vision whatsoever anywhere. He's just turtled up in his base, which won't be so when these Banelings go straight through these supply depots, but no Banelings are actually out on the field yet. There are 12 Zerglings on the way. Mitch does not look ready at all. Here comes a tank. Siege is actually almost halfway done, which means if this bust is coming soon, he could have some issues if Siege isn't done, because this few Marines is not going to do well at all against some Lings and Banelings. This amount of Banelings alone could bust through that wall and kill all the Marines, no problem. Now Mitch is actually sending out 2 Marines right now. He might know, he went past all of the units, so he doesn't know that there's a lot of units. I don't think he saw that many Zerglings coming out. He's just coming here to clear the tower. Now he clears the tower. Oh, and Judgements decides to pull out and show him that he actually does have this many lings. So Mitch might know what's up right now. He still is getting his command center, but he knows he has to bunker down here. He sieges up and he decides to siege up, which is really going to help against this oncoming attack, and it might be coming right now. Yep, here it comes. Alright, the Banelings are moving in. They're very well positioned. The tank is going to take out a couple of them, but not enough. The Banelings are going to just barely bust through. One Baneling stays behind, but all these Lings are in the base. It looks like they're going to be targeting. Oh, only 3 of them are actually going to be on that siege tank. That was cleaned up a little too easily for Mitch, but more Zerglings are piling in right now. He has to be, Judgements has to be careful with his cannon in the back. He has to move in, and the cannon takes out almost all of the Zerglings single-handedly. A little bit of friendly fire on a couple of the Marines, but he holds no problem. More Lings are coming out right now, and then there's a hatchery coming down in Judgements. He has decided, alright, I tried to Baneling bust and it didn't work. It's time to truly go all in. He should really be moving this drone first of all, but he really should be expanding down here because this is not going to end well for him unless he can get some really nice Baneling shots in there and destroy all the Marines, which right now is only 3, so that really wouldn't be too hard to do. But a lot more Zerglings coming in. Judgements is really committing to this all-in. It is 23 supply to 46 supply. That is quite the huge difference for a Terran versus a Zerg. That is far too large. The Roach Warren is down and coming up. Stimpack is just getting done now, which if Judgements can find a nice time before Stim is done, he might actually be able to do enough damage. Now, they are repairing this tank. Apparently the Zerglings actually did move in for an attack, and I apologize for missing that, but it looks like it was cleaned up very easily by these tanks. Now, Stimpack is still coming up. 5 Roaches on their way. So it looks like he's going to be, Judgements is going to be transitioning into a mainly Roach force, which could be much more effective with these tanks here. Although Baneling Ling can be very, very strong if you can get a good surround on the siege tanks, and Banelings will absolutely destroy all Marines. But Roaches are also very good. 5 more Roaches on their way, and Stim is slowly getting up. More siege tanks are slowly getting up. So Judgements is going to have to move fast. It's 41 to 57 food, and there's an expansion up for the Terran. So Judgements is he really should have expanded with this hatchery. I don't know why he didn't. He could have easily just kept it down here. Even if to go all in, he would have options if it didn't work. If these Roaches right here, he decides to push and it doesn't look good for him, he could easily move back and start macroing up, because that's really what he'll need to do to come back out of this game. But it looks like he's just going to keep going all in with just Roaches. He has not droned in quite some time. There are a very pitiful amount of drones right now, and everything got pulled off of the extractor. Back at Mitch's base, this is fully saturated here, and this is getting close to it. He's got the 2 gas up, so there are quite a few tanks coming out. It looks like it's just 1 factory, but he does have a tech lab up. He is still only making Marines though, because Marine tank is very, very strong against Zerg, and here comes the push. Some Lings are in this mix, but they're not going to be doing too much damage unless they can get over to those tanks. But this is it. This is the final battle. If Judgements can't do it now, it is over, and the tanks totally mauled the Zerglings, and they're still attacking. He really needs to move in. Judgements needs to move into those tanks, as he is taking a lot of splash damage from those tanks. And this should be game over. There is not much that Judgements can do now, because, yep, that's GG. I'll just explain why really quick. This was clearly an all-in, because he wasn't droning hard at all. He stopped after a very small amount of drones. He hatched in his base, so there are really no options for Judgements at this point in time. It's 23 to 77, and Mitch lost literally, maybe not literally no units, but he did not lose a single tank during that, so it would be nearly impossible for Zerg to come back at this point. That was a very, very, very good defense from Mitch, defending this all-in, and especially since he didn't know that first all-in was really coming until it hit him in the front door. It was a very great defense. Alright, now, if you guys can send me your games, I'd really appreciate it, so I don't have to keep repeating people who are playing, although this was a really nice game from Mitch. Just send me anything. I don't care if it's Bronze, Platinum, Diamond, Master League, anything. I'll cast any game, 1v1 through 4v4. I will cast absolutely anything if you send them. So if you get the chance to do that, I would much appreciate it. You can either PM me, you can post a comment about it, or you can email me at wearepronto@gmail.com, and I'll be able to, I don't know if you heard that little blowing, but that might be some replays right now that I can hopefully cast. So yeah, guys, send me your games, and thanks for watching.